Welcome everybody, I am Natalia Rodriguez de la Hoz. In this video, I will talk about some tips to help you improve your public speaking skills. Have you ever felt like the way that you communicate or that you talk isn't the best way at all? Because I have. But don't worry, if you have felt that, don't worry, because I have 5 tips to help you improve your public speaking skills, because that is something that can be improved as time goes by. To get started, I will talk about the first tip, which is to practice. If you don't practice at all, you are setting yourself up for failure. On the other hand, if you practice, the day of the presentation you will portray confidence and your audience will notice that you know your presentation by heart. For me, practicing is really important. For the last presentation I did, which was a business English presentation about market gap, I practiced a lot, and that helped me realize which were my mistakes, and that way I try to make them better. The second tip is to listen to your audience. Listening is an important aspect of communication process. By listening to your audience, you can actually understand their needs and preferences so that you can adjust your presentation to those aspects. And also, a really important factor is listening to their criticism, because that will help you take into account the mistakes that they notice and actually work on that. For my presentations, I take into account the criticisms that my professors give me. For my business English class, my professor gave me some criticism on how I use a lot the word like as a filler, and that's something I'm working on. Moving on, we have the third tip, which is to record and watch yourself. By recording and watching yourself, you are able to see how good you actually are or how bad you actually are. So, for example, I usually don't record myself, but by doing these portfolio exercises for my English class, I can watch my videos and actually realize, oh, I'm making these pronunciation mistakes, or I'm using too much body language. And that has helped me a lot to improve my public speaking skills. The fourth tip is to be honest with yourself. When you are honest with yourself, you have to step back from that notion that you have that you are really good at everything. Otherwise, you won't be able to notice which are your mistakes. For me, I try to apply it in my daily life and in my public speaking situations, so that before I do the presentations, I think, oh, I really should improve my pronunciation because I have some pronunciation problems and I should really work on using less the filler like. So by not thinking that I'm the best, I am actually becoming a better at my public speaking skills. And the last tip, tip number 5, is to know your audience and what you're talking about. One important keyword is doing research. When you do research, you are actually understanding better your topic and the message you're trying to convey to your audience. And by knowing your audience, you know which is the best way to give out, to communicate that message. For example, in my market gap presentation, I talk about alternative to plastic straws. However, I'm not an expert on the topic, but before doing the presentation, I did some research and I gathered information to help me understand better which are the alternatives in order to get my audience to understand what I was trying to say. In conclusion, what I want you guys to take from this video is that there are 5 tips to help you improve your public speaking skills. The tips are: practice a lot, listen actively, record and watch yourself, but also be honest with yourself. And the last one is do research and know your audience. This has helped me a lot to practice and make better my public speaking skills. And I hope that it helps you improve yours. Thank you very much. Bye.